Hello students, let's have a glimpse of artificial intelligence. What is the term intelligence referring in the subject artificial intelligence? It refers to the intelligence or the learning ability of a system. We humans can actually learn things, process the things and understand billions of bits of information by processing them in our mind and thought process and brain. So we are the intelligent beings, right? But when we want to make our machines intelligent, so we have to use artificial intelligence. So the term AI is making a machine think intelligently similar to a human being. It thinks like human, it acts like human, and it can also work like human. Comparing to the differences in artificial intelligence and a human being, we make them rigid, rugged, and tirelessly work similar to the human beings. What is artificial intelligence? It is a set of technologies which can translate written and spoken things. It is the backbone of innovation. Whatever we see in our world around us is a part of artificial intelligence. So a small thing to the big thing are totally manipulated and used as an automation. Automation is done depending on the artificial intelligence. It can analyze the data deeply. So hence we have been evolving or seeing into the subject called as deep data analysis. We also have multiple domains of AI coming into machine learning, a part of AI, and then deep data analysis, generative AI, and then a lot more. It utilizes the most of the data given to the set of model. It takes the data, learns it. So a system need to be trained by the data. It has to be tested on the normal data or the models, and then it has to be analyzed. So training and the testing of the data completes the total AI neural network model. So similarly, we have a lot of domains to be involved in the artificial intelligence, a gigantic area and the wonderful domain which is now trending and mostly trending to coming 100 years. Coming to the introduction of AI, it actually analyzes the data into most deeper. So talking to the small part of the AI which to start into the subject, we can just see coming to the applications of AI. Lot of applications involving into the automobiles, education, even in the healthcares where we can navigate our exact part of the patient's location and without, untouched or wireless things are being done in AI. So a small capsule is being sent inside the body of a human beings, and this can actually analyze and track, diagnose each part of the body without the contact of a person. This is the most innovative thing of the AI in the medical system. Automobiles, where the doors of the cars cannot be handled of so long load and weight, can be done by the robots. So it's coming under the robotic technology. As you can see, many things are done in the manufacturing. Robots, making humanoid robots, which can actually see the replacement of a human being. This can actually overcome the depressions, illness, where a person needs the talking or the involvement of another person. So old age people can be using these robots or a humanoid robots in replacement of a person who can talk to them. And this is nothing but assistive technology, where you can see ATL labs in our campus, right? One more thing is in finance, digital marketing. So digital marketing is the one more important thing where AI is drastically used. Power BI, AI, generative AI, etc. Coming to the next, the business. Even the business is using a lot of AI techniques in using the digital marketing. So Bombay Stock Exchange and etc. All the things are fastly, drastically dragged and tracked and found out the exact exchange and demand supply things are done by AI. Coming to the government, all the government schemes are even using all the AI techniques in using this fast access of the techniques, fast need of the user-friendly things, etc. Coming to the massive science, which is the most important latest innovation of the artificial intelligence domain is using all the neurons to be tested, diagnosed, and depending on the neuron or the neural networks technology, it's designing the brain-computer interfaces where the computers can be interfaced with the brain without the involvement of a person to track it. Coming to a lot many robotic technologies which are using the rescue purposes, the defense, the automobiles, the automatic navigation of the technology and the bomb detection, etc. are all using the artificial intelligence techniques. Coming to a simple technique of artificial intelligence is started in our subject by state space search. What is state space? Why do we need a state space? So here comes the state space. So a state space is a location or the boundary where the states can be searched. So whatever we search in our algorithms are giving us from start node to the goal node. So in any aspect of our real life or even in the subject, we have to think it in the aspects of state space. The space where all the states are located on which the searching algorithm is to be performed has to start from the start state. So the set of states, starting state, and set of actions to be performed, whether to go to the next move or to the back move, right? So a small example, when we have some rain falling in our outside climate, so there are so many options for us to take an umbrella, or we can go in a car to avoid the rain, or we can just go by running. These are all the choices. So your start point is your home and goal state is the college. A simple example where this everything comes under our state space. And your start state is your home, goal state is your college. The actions to be performed are the set of actions and action function. If the rain is more, I have to choose car. And if it is moderate, I can choose an umbrella. So etc. etc. All these things which can be chosen or which can be thought is a thought process making an intelligent decisions to be performed by a machine. So coming to the set of goal states, from the start state is your algorithm of artificial intelligence. So there can be many types of algorithms like uninformed searches and informed searches. So your searching algorithm comprises of, it can be given information in terms of distance, time or cost. Nothing if it is given or informed in the search, it is called as uninformed search. Like a treasure hunt, where no information is given and you have to search the treasure. And some information is given and if you are asked to perform the action, it is called as informed search. So before we go deeper into the searches, we have to understand about the state space search. And this is a sample where we have to think about the initial state and goal state. Your path can be anything, straight or curved or overlooped. So these all aspects bring to the decision of cost of distance, time and amount. The right decision of any path is called as optimal cost or optimal path. So all the algorithms in our AI are decided and performed only to finally reach to an optimal path. This is a sort of state space where you have all the states noted in the round circle. And this is your start state coming to the goal state which is clouded or which is shaded. So when I have an option to reach from the start state, I can choose any path to reach to the goal state. And we have a generate and test where the generator plays an important role, or it's also called as frontier, who actually decides to start a next move. So it gives a generate test function which decides the next function to be performed or the next move which is in unit distance to our start state. From there it can decide any of the node again, deciding for the unit distance. From there again you can decide any one unit distance, and then from there you can decide any of the unit distance, In this way, you can select multiple paths to any single node, and finally we can reach to the goal. This sort of no information given to us to start from start node to the goal node is called as uninformed search. I think it's very clear. If some information is given to us saying that you go deeper into the nodes, don't go in a broader way. So such information is given, when it inculcates in our search, it comes to be a informed search. So these are the broad ways of our searching algorithm, guys. And when you can see this next important thing called as this tracked path. So this can be tracked in multiple ways. So if we go deeper into our nodes, that becomes our depth first search. And if we go broader into our search, that becomes a breadth first search. Before going to the Z puzzle, I would like to say you about this is the start node, and let us have A, B, C, and if I have some nodes D, E, and if I have some nodes F and E, F, G, and then I have H, I. If this is our tree of goals, state tree, this is our start node, and then we have to start in the two paths called as DFS, BFS. Very simple techniques. DFS tracks your start node to the nodes which are in the deeper nodes. So coming back to this, and then it will explore B, then explore C. But it will not go in the broader manner. But whereas our BFS, it goes in the broader manner in this way. 1, 2, 3. And then it explores all the nodes which are in the second layer. So the searching algorithm which goes deeper into the depth is called as depth first search, and coming into the broader sides of your parent nodes, then goes to the child node. That type of algorithm is called as a breadth first search. So coming to the small example which will give you a clear idea on the search algorithms is 8 puzzle method. You know, this is the goal. What is the final goal of an 8 puzzle? We should have something called as in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your goal is your choice. If at all, my goal is in this way. And I should have my empty space in the middle. So if this becomes my goal state and this is my start state, my algorithm starts from the start state in options like 4 options. When I have this, I can move 7 to right, I can move 6 to left, I can move 4 to down, and I can move 8 to up. If I am choosing an action called as moving 7 to right, it becomes right action, and that becomes this. Or depending on you, if I chose a right action, your space is moved to the right. And if I chose a down action, your space is moved to the down. So in the similar manner, we can choose multiple options to a single game or a single problem coming to the 4 options in 8 puzzle. And similarly going into the nearer to the goal state. Depending on this, we can have different methods in our state space search coming into Euclidean distance and Manhattan distance. So here comes our state space models. One more beautiful example of our real life coming to the goalkeeper and 2 matches. A match where we have 2 batches. One is shaded and one is white color. So we have opposite team here and our opponent. So a person, when he want to pass the ball, he has to see his opponent and escape from there, pass to his opponent. So let us think that these are red color shaded and this empty is one more team. So when this boy or this player has to pass the ball, he has to pass the ball to him or to him or to him. The most obvious choice. And if he need to put a goal, then he need to pass this to the nearer ones and then he has to put a goal to his net. This is a small example where you can understand that how we need to pass our nodes from one node to other node, seeing the one minimum distance. So here comes one more example called as current state and goal state. And this can be done in this similar way as we have seen the previous slide. So right, left and up are the solutions possible to reach to the goal state. Coming to your real life examples, you can understand very clearly by a goal done in a football match. So guys, I think it's very clear about the glimpse of artificial intelligence, where it starts the journey with a state space model. A state space is very important to perform an algorithm which is called as search algorithm, where we have important parts called as, or the important task performed by a generator, where a generator and test is a function compulsory to perform a search algorithm, though it can be an informed search or an uninformed search. So we should clearly understand about generate test function, which generates the next mode or the next move depending on the minimum 1 unit distance. And further, it checks tests with the test function whether the chosen mode is the goal node or not. If it's a goal node, it terminates the function. If it's not a goal node, it continues its generate and test function repeatedly, checking the next move whether it is a goal or not. So here we have just had a recap of informed and uninformed searches. The search algorithm where nothing is given, either the cost, distance or time, it's termed to be a uninformed search. The searches where we have to give some information like distance, cost and time, those search algorithms depending on given value called as heuristic values are called as informed searches. Thank you all. Hope you had a glimpse of artificial intelligence and its importance and significance in performing all the search functions. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.